I'm looking in the lobby, and Hasuab's only Diamond 3. Meanwhile, I am Master 3.9k. This guy went to BlizzCon, lost to MVP Black, Gen G. I, meanwhile, am undefeated against Gen G. I'm undefeated at BlizzCon. So, I'll let the stats speak for themselves.
The numbers, stats never lie. This is known.
Yep, it is impossible to twist stats to tell an incomplete narrative.
Oh my god. You know what this reminds me of?
What's up?
So, for the longest time, then I'm going to talk about baseball for a second, but the Toronto Blue Jays were just absolutely awful for the longest time. But the local stations that would catch the game would try to put up stats that would make the team look good, like that they were doing well in some way. So they'd put up stuff like, you know, multi-base hits on like the back end of a 4-game series. The Jays are 4th in the league, and just all this absolute nonsense that just made me laugh every time they put it up.
And I remember, I love stuff like that. I remember at the end of high school, I was touring different colleges, and I had the pleasure of going to UT Dallas to check out their campus for a little bit. While I did not make the decision to go, it was a very pretty campus, and they didn't have as many angry dogs.
Not fans of UT Dallas in the back there.
I said UT Dallas, how dare you? Give me just a moment here.
You're going to see the Hogger come on out for CorgiBooty. Very strong on Cursed Hollow for the camp presence and for the ability to just use the Hortipult to go over the walls, I find can be very effective here. And the boss control, also a very big deal for Hogger. Another one, really, really nice boss control here on Cursed Hollow. Brightwing Global, just hard to go wrong with these choices here. They leave everything very open. And we actually see Lúcio making it all the way to the 2-3, but is picked up before the mid bans, along with another global in Falstad. Diablo going to be taken out here by the blue team, going to force EpicPlayer onto something else here. Taking a look at the May and the Brightwing.
All right, so I return, Crush.
Another global in Deathwing, actually. So, I mean, Falstad does okay damage into Deathwing. If you go with the auto attack percentage on 13, you can do some good work. But it could be, you know, just trying to take a global off the map, trying to make sure they didn't get pigeonholed into a DPS they didn't want to play. So Red is going to ban out the aspect of death.
Absolutely, and I mean, pool's always a consideration whenever you talk about this kind of thing. You know, what are the players themselves good at? But I gotta say, UT Dallas, all right? So I'm over there. It's in Arlington, by the way. Not really in Dallas, regardless of what they tell you. No, that's UT Arlington. No. It's regardless, it's somewhere. It's not really in Dallas. I don't know. Either way. I'm over there. I'm checking it out. And they were selling these shirts and giving away these shirts that said "Still Undefeated" for their football team. Proudly, brazenly across the design, front and back, "Still undefeated." It's just one thing. UT Dallas is tiny. It is basically a couple of buildings and a bunch of trees. They have no football team.
They've never taken a loss to Texas A&M.
Yep. So, you know, I respect it.
That's a safe call for a t-shirt, I'll tell you that.
Yep. They're like, hey, man, this is one we can count on for a while.
Get the Valla Tychus. Have we been able to cast a Tychus today? I know we had a ban.
We did see a Tychus ban.
I don't think we've seen him played yet.
Is the Falstad talent still bugged or banned, or do they not care in this match? So I can say that we did see a Falstad go auto-attack build, and to my understanding, most players consider W build significantly better than auto-attack build right now. So that does lead me to think that there's some kind of either rule or gentleman's agreement against picking W build. I'm not sure what exactly the situation is. That's just my understanding of it. I haven't read anything specific about anything being banned out. I imagine that there's at minimum, the understanding between players that, hey, you know, if you show up with W build Falstad in these games, it's not going to be something that you can play in the tournament, because it'll probably be bug fixed by then, and if it's not bug fixed, it'll be banned. So you're not really indicating how good you are as a player if you pick something like that, so not really much point in picking it in exhibition in-houses. Regardless, there's a pause from Luna immediately after saying good luck, have fun. Trees is... Yes, Trees is. As is everyone. Well, we no longer are accompanied by the Void. Happening. Cat on Fire has been called yet again, as we see coming into this game that surely will be played sometime tonight. On the left side here, we have Quantum is going to eventually play Brightwing. Nathanatos will be on Yrel. Drakyr on Tychus. DNAGalaxy taking it from the Tracer to the Valla, which I think is a bit of an interesting pick. One wrong move and maybe gonna die. A very squishy character made of paper mache. And then finally, Rhett is gonna be on that May.
On the right in the red, currently stuck by the forces of time. TalkingTrees on the Falstad. EpicPlayer going to be on the Anub'arak. Chimera is on the Lúcio. I zoom in there. Luna is on the Sylvanas. CorgiBooty on the Hogger. Be rejoining once all of our comms and our internets are all up and running for all 10 players.
Yeah, I want to know, what's the actual reason at play here, you know? And also, what if your cat really was on fire and nobody would ever believe you? You'd have to come up with something normal.
Maybe the cat knocked down a pan, cat caused a fire. That's follow-up questions. It's a
I'm
similar
saying,
call.
Regardless of the veracity of the statement that my cat is on fire, it will never be believed.
That's true.
You're going to have to come up with something else, like, oh, my internet's freezing or something, or, you know, my computer's freezing up, something. I don't know, my camera's bugged, because no one's going to buy that. Either way. You know, I'm just picturing, like, people don't know that, but actually when HGC matches were being played, you would actually have an HGC observer sit in your comms with you on both teams. You know, sort of as a safeguard against some shenanigans. And I believe you would actually have to provide justification for pauses in the HGC. And so I'm just imagining, what if you legit tried to tell them that? They wouldn't buy it. Also, I gotta say, this is an interesting play right here. I've
never seen a Sylv cheese in the mid.
Yeah, I mean, just the knowledge that blue team wouldn't actually be in mid lane and was instead spreading out throughout the side lanes, that was an experienced move right there. Blue team was moving out to both side lanes in anticipation of cheese on either alternate lane, not quite prepared for it to come right down the middle, though. Definitely an interesting play right here. Got some free siege damage right at the start, and who can say no to free damage?
Yeah, a bit of a... I feel like that's like a meta game, mind game thing. Like, I imagine something that would happen like that in like a veterans poker game, where they're just trying to outplay each other before the cards even come down. You see red just rush in. It's like, you're not going to be in mid, you're going to be anywhere but mid. And they get half of a tower for free.
AJ Chestnut in my chat says, yeah, I definitely need a pick to believe that. And I would like to question you. Do you think that if my cat, which I don't have, were on fire, do you think I'd be like, nobody's going to believe this? All right, Snuffles, I got to grab the camera.
I can get you singed, cat. I'm not going to get you on fire, cat. I've got too much else going on.
Snowball, you may be in mortal danger, but I need to document this event.
I need my Reddit karma. I'm sorry.
Look at this heckin' blazing chunker. that's 9,000 upvotes on Reddit.
That would still be a Reddit post. I can't believe it. And then people would just be posting, it's like, your cat shouldn't be that overweight. You really got it. It's like, the cat's on fire. You're focusing on the wrong thing.
So we've seen Nathanatos stepping into mid lane here. Both teams duking it out, trying to protect their own bruiser camps at the moment. Drakyr getting some pressure from TalkingTrees at the moment. TalkingTrees is indeed going to go whatever the hell the completed season marksman is. Season rider? Frequent flyer. You know what I mean. It's kind of the same syllable sounds, but either way, Rhett taking so much damage. The lightning stand on him. TalkingTrees actually able to confirm the kill, but taking a lot of damage in the process. Barrel roll coming out. Yrel. Oh, what was that overkill? 28. Okay, that's actually not that bad, but still.
A jump auto, just enough to take out the birdie man. And we've got our first trib spawning in the bottom lane. Checking on experience, we're pretty even so far. Camps are off the map, so we'll see how much pressure or how much priority these teams want to put onto the first curse. These can tend to go a little while depending on the comps and the styles. So we'll see how long it takes for this one to get capped.
Well, Falstad already burning his global on getting in towards here. Brightwing actually electing to go back and walk manually into the middle lane, still holding on to that phase shift cooldown in the process. Both teams able to significantly poke out here, as we likely will see. Yep, that is indeed a quarterback at level 1 for Tychus, knowing that he's got the range to go for those interrupts. But Quantum actually caught out in a bit of an uncomfortable situation, running towards the enemy towers. Yeah, he knows he's done for.
Oh, yeah. What are those towers doing? Oh, okay. Wrong direction.
Oh, man. A well-executed gank, and I gotta say, the mental game between these two teams. Quantum thinking he was safe, thinking that Red Team would fully commit to contesting this objective, instead actually getting caught out in the mid lane by a very well-timed gank, while still not giving up the objective. And in fact, Sylvanas all the way on the other side of the map at the moment. Luna getting some split pressure here, getting some experience for the red side. Still fighting over this first objective, though. We might literally see this go to like level 9 or 10. That's going to be a phase shift as well. But still, so much trading back and forth. However, red side is significantly closer to this objective than blue at the moment. Hits being traded back and forth. No one capping this just quite yet.
Drakyr's got the next interrupt with the quarterback. Rhett starting to move up there, uses the blizzard. Now, the longest I've ever seen in terms of a delay, it was a Bahamut in-house, and we were past the 10-minute mark before the first curse point was applied. We'll see how long this one goes, as Nathanatos is now joined, and we've got a full-blown team fight breaking out here. Rhett going in there, trying to find a blizzard target once again. Quantum warping on in. Falstad is going to go down here. May has the trait up and available just in time. CorgiBooty now being... Jeez, my tongue just completely exploded there. Valla going down, so Vaughn is also going down. There goes Hogger, and it's looking like blue team may have enough to get our first curse. CMChimaera and EpicPlayer are still around for a possible interrupt. There's the Impale. Nathanatos with the knockback. Oh gosh, this is still going, Mockery.
Oh yeah, that's an interrupt from CMChimaera, but risking a lot of his health in the process just to even attempt it. And there we see a boop onto Yrel's wings. I will never remember what that ability is called. It's just called wings. But that is a significant element of the Lúcio-Yrel matchup, is that Yrel is always going to want to jump forward, but Lúcio is going to be able to consistently boop her out of it. And this may have actually played a part in Lucio's decision to go for off the wall at level 4, giving him significantly higher uptime on his sound wave, able to pop it much more often, able to interrupt many of Nathanatos' jump-in attempts, but that's going to be an ice wall. Successfully going out onto Anub'arak, saved by TalkingTrees, however, and now Red Team has the advantage of having their own ultimates, both teams, 4 ultimates, but instead of contesting this, Red Team's like, hey, we're taking forever, let's just get something else instead. They're starting to get some pressure out on mid lane. Luna's going to jump right on out of there. Blue Team still not even capturing the objective. In response, EpicPlayer missing a lot of health. Well, hold on a second. Drakyr kind of getting caught out at the moment. He's not scared, though. He's standing his ground. He's going to pop that Odin. The bug taking so much damage. In the meantime, Brightwing finding herself in the middle of a cocoon. CMChimaera! Oh, my God. Drakyr! 45 HP, but he's feeling all right. Red Team's backing off.
Still no cap on this. Luna coming on down. We see Valla in the mid trying to de-push that mid pressure. But the delay game continues. We're getting close to the 7-minute mark. Both teams at the level 11 here. Hogger's gone to match Yrel.
Corgi almost solo killing Yrel towards the mid lane.
Oh wow,
I'm being informed that Avenging Wrath is the real name for Yrel wings. I will continue to ignore that, but thank you, Tentori. As we see Quantum's back, attempting to grab some more mana for himself. Very likely has a recall. Yep, indeed. phase shift ready to go for Quantum whenever he may need it. Still neither team capturing this objective. Nathanatos getting some pressure from CorgiBooty, who will now attempt to rejoin the team. That's going to be an ice wall coming out onto Luna. Oh, the high five is perfectly timed from Chimaera to cleanse out the stun, but this is so much damage coming out from Galaxy Strafe, just sitting right in the middle of the enemy team, get damage, and everybody. Cocoon gonna be shredded out. Hogger doing what he can to hog wild right through this team, but when it's 1v5, it's just not gonna cut it.
TalkingTrees trying to get the back cap, but not going to be able to get there in time. Is 2 kills enough? Sylvanas back in the base, Chimaera being chased out. Galaxy's trying to channel TalkingTrees. Can't quite get the auto.
Hey, that was first objective.
At the 8-minute mark, picking up the first curse point.
I think that is the latest first objective I have probably ever seen on Cursed Hollow in my life.
That was a good one. That was a good fight.
And honestly, Red Side's got to feel okay with that, with mid-fort taking a lot of damage in the process. However, mid-fort is the lowest priority lane in Cursed Hollow. Typically, you want to prioritize lanes that it's realistic for you to end the game through. Where are you most likely to end the game through? With a boss. Is there a boss in mid lane? No. Why am I structuring this entirely via rhetorical question? Who cares? Anyway, we see a gank onto bottom lane here. Drakyr actually taking so much damage, very well executed by Chimaera and TalkingTrees. That HGC connection shining through at the moment. Bruiser's also going to pressure out mid lane. Although this is a very favorable tribute spawn for blue side, the circumstances just are not in their favor. Very likely going to be a red capture right here. As we see any little opportunity that can lead to some push, Luna is going to take it. Luna's going to start taking down those structures right away. An EpicPlayer actually taking a lot of damage in mid lane at the moment. You're not a super tanky demon anymore, bud, but either way, Red stepping forward here, gonna... Oh, hold on a second. There's a Cocoon onto Valla. Hortapult also as well is going to set up a beautiful stun combo. Wait a second, never mind. Either way, Galaxy's going to go down. That's a hog wild. This fort is almost out while we're at it, and that is a fairly healthy bruiser camp setting up for this mid push.
Push is going to continue here. Valla going down to the Cocoon gank, very nicely set up there by EpicPlayer. The black arrows are on the wall, so this will be going down, but Nathanatos is on the back side. His spell armor is still up for the meantime. Brightwing coming on in as well. EpicPlayer can't quite find the burrow. Ice wall landing onto Anub'arak. Luna trying to get away here. Polymorphed out of the haunting wave, but still going to be okay. What a gust coming out from TalkingTrees. Secures the escape of EpicPlayer.
TalkingTrees has had 2 gusts, and they were both to save EpicPlayer. I just want to point that out. As we see CorgiBooty getting the bot lane clear right now, but blue team already on their boss. And the big thing about Cursed Hollow is you can generally tell when the other team is taking boss because they've been off the map for a little bit, and it's what they were right next to. So red team is fully aware of what blue team is up to right now. Going to take their own boss, significantly behind in pacing, but not so much in a way that will threaten them of not being able to take it. They're going to get their boss completely fine, and this is a very advantageous spawn for the red side. They're going to get a free capture right there. Not even a thought, not even really just contesting from blue side. They wanted it, but weren't quite able to get in position in time, despite some very long-range interrupts, such as Tychus grenade. The timing just not quite there. I'm a little bit surprised that rather than push with the advantage and with the Sylvanas, both teams are electing to defend instead. TalkingTrees actually even making an aggressive fly play to try and look for any people to gust into his fort, I think. Regardless, not going to lead to anything. Both teams just taking the defense, letting them scale, and I think the ideology behind the red team's decision-making here is to have level 16 advantage going into this next objective, secure the 3rd tribute, and get that curse.
EpicPlayer doing a little bit of a sneaky on the backside there in that cubby. Brett being forced out by Chimaera. And looks like bottom fort, once again, Luna turns on the black arrows with TalkingTrees, and that siege is nothing to, what am I trying to say? Nothing to shake a stick at.
I don't think I've said cubby since I was like 9.
What would you describe this little?
I don't know, man. I just
players out onto the back line.
That's a deep Hortapult.
The Odin, and with nowhere to go, Tychus gonna move out and go down. May falling as well. DNAGalaxy is cut off by CorgiBooty. Anub'arak not quite there with the burrow charge. Luna in trouble. And that is Nathanatos with the kill. Chimaera going onto the other side. Ardent Defender. Yrel trying to jump over the wall. Is stunned out, though. Still has the trait. TalkingTrees is on the chase. One more auto. That's going to be it for Yrel. What a chase from Red. They pick up the triple. They pick up the curse.
Oh, they're not done yet. Galaxy, not as safe as he wants to be. Oh, and I gotta say,
that's a pretty big stagger.
Yeah, that's a lot of your damage gone right there. TalkingTrees' percentage damage really shining on the chase, on Yrel. The ability to hop the wall. He's like, you thought you were safe? I have wings too. Continuing the chase in right there. Very well done. At minimum, this is going to be 2 keeps in favor of the red team. Very likely 3, as they have yet to lose even a single fort and have over a full level lead of experience. At this point, blue team has got to make some changes. They've got to play very aggressively, try and get back into this before level 20, otherwise they risk losing to the next play. That's going to be a singular ice wall hit onto Falstad. Cocoon getting shredded out immediately by Drakyr, but hey, red team does not care. They're here for one thing and one thing only, and that's to open up the entire base.
All keeps are down. The top fort did happen to go down as well to that minion wave. So 6 structures to 0. Core down to 61% due to that wave in the bottom lane here. Now red is just going to run around, grab as many camps as they can. And blue is, you know, they're stuck with constant catapults versus no catapults of their own. We'll see if maybe Brightwing can sneak down and grab this bottom fort to try to possibly even out some of the pressure. But this is a really tough spot to be in.
Yeah, the burden is completely on you as the blue team to try and create a pick, try and make something happen. And honestly, as the red team, you can kind of just run away until you have level 20. There's a very low burden on you to actually make any plays, as we see EpicPlayer just moseying right by a bush. As I was talking about it, you know, there's no reason to fight, but I guess not all of us got the memo, as we see Nathanatos going in deep. Ogwild able to dodge out the hammer from Yrel, not going to get caught out right away. That's not the best time to stagger for red side. However, they may still have a window of having an advantage with level 20 right here. Going to be a little bit shaken out of it at the moment. Looking to take their own siege camp at the moment, but unless they get rid of it right now... Oh, CorgiBooty. Able to cap the siege camp, but still getting caught. Hortapult's an insane ability. That ability never should have been added to the game.
Yeehaw.
Yeah, no, he can literally, it doesn't matter what kind of situation Hogger's in, he can just instant cast 15 range or something stupid like that, just go, woo, and just jump across the screen, because being punished for your misplays is a fantasy to Hogger players. As we see Chimera backing off, and Anub'arak's coming back up here, still a full level lead in favor of the red side, and that is going to be a significant amount of time with level 20 advantage. I'm honestly wondering if red side invades bruisers while they have level 20. It looks like they're posturing for it right now. And, ooh, blue side, this is an extremely dangerous position to be in. Instead, no, this is actually going to be a boss play, forcing blue side to actually come in. Never mind, hold on, blue side just, oh, Galaxy, he's gonna get cocooned right there, and red side immediately wants to follow up, actually gonna gust to prevent any of Galaxy's team from helping him out, and oh, they get caught at the worst possible time. Red team continuing to chase it in here. Double stun from EpicPlayer, chasing out the blue team. That's going to be the shortest Hortapult I've ever seen in my life from CorgiBooty, but now pushing in 5v4, level 20, bruisers. This is looking great for red team.
Red's moving on to the core here, already at 61% health. Ice Wall going to split the members of Red as Nathanatos on the backside looking for a jump. But, EpicPlayer actually going to go down into negative armor there of the core. Red starting to move back. Hortapult onto the movement from Lúcio, actually. That looked like a Hortapult for a second. But there goes Falstad. Core shielding is still up. And blue is coming in with a big defense on the triple kill. Nice pushback from Chimera. Should secure the escape of Sylvanas and Lúcio. But, I mean, at this point in the game, with this map, I think red can take a chance there.
Oh, absolutely. We know that in the meantime, however, blue side is going to want to take off the map what they can. Well,
picked it up.
Yeah, Chimera barely getting away with that, and blue team would have loved to be in a position that next trip would have been curse after this one. Unfortunately, 2 more trips, not really sure if the game's going to go that long at this point. And now they look to take out the boss. They know that red side, hold on a second, Quantum actually getting ganked to mid lane. Oh no, again, the same thing happening as before. Quantum counting on the red team not to pressure the mid lane, the solo Brightwing, no blink heal targets around anywhere nearby, and that is a horrible time to get caught out. Their ability to push with this boss, and even their ability to cross the map and take their own boss, is now severely compromised. Red team has the opportunity to look for picks, to contest boss, to steal boss, to take tribute. It's so much. That stagger, these death timers at this point in the game are so long. That is a horrible mistake to make again a second time in this game, as we see Chimaera with the deep zoning right now, attempting to buy Luna some time, actually prioritizing staying out of vision instead.
Getting it again.
Wow. They just cannot stop barely getting these trips. Ret, oh no, even lands the ice wall onto EpicPlayer, but just barely getting finished, maybe even walling himself a bit, as we see Yrel starting to flee. But hey, who needs to chase the Yrel when you're up 2 players? You can start to make this play for the boss. You still have a gust available for the boss control. Things are looking phenomenal for Red Team.
Blue trying to move on in here. Nathanatos with the knockback. Can they get on
Oh,
the
wow!
steal here from Blue.
What?
Anub'arak goes down on the point. The root onto Falstad from the boss. Chimaera's trying to boost away Luna, but DNAGalaxy's on the chase. It looks like the chase will cease there, but a huge hammer coming in from Yrel, and they pick up this bottom boss. Could this be bottom keep here for Blue? Uh-oh, Red may be looking for a win in the mid. Look at that catapult stack, Mockery.
Red knows that they have to force members of Blue to back to their own base. If they try to defend from entirely within their own base, there is no way that they can pull it off. However, if they can pull members of Blue Team back to their own base, they can... Oh, hold on a second. They might actually just pull it off entirely. Blue Team's core is getting shredded. Red Team's got it. Oh, okay, cool. Series over. All right.
That was 6 catapults firing simultaneously at 19 minutes. Brightwing was trying to get those autos off, get those catapults off the core, but in the blink of an eye, core down, GG.
As I said before, man, minions shred buildings, okay? Minions absolutely tear through buildings, and catapults are no exception. All minions dealing triple damage to structures. 6 catapults, that's just, boom, that core melted. That was absolutely obscene. I gotta say, Red Team was probably feeling good. They went from down 2 players, looking like their boss was gonna go down. Oh, there's already a lobby. Okay, there's the talents and stats, just in case you want to look. Now you have it in the VOD. But like, what was that, dude? I don't know, man. Like, as the Red Team, or as the one on the left, that's gotta be a heartbreaker of a way to go out on this series. There were just multiple times I honestly feel like they could have had both games, but just crucial mistakes in the late game that were expertly, swiftly punished by the former members of the Order of the Sleeping Dragon, Luna, CorgiBooty, and the other one. So well done. Should we go in to another series here? I believe this is actually the start of the last block of the day.
Yes, this is the start of our match number 8. Jumping into a new series here, making sure all of our players are correct, and looks like they are.
Here we have Fat Squirrel on our back versus Cheap Shot. Right here, and I gotta say, there are some good players in this lobby. We were actually talking to Vivanchi in my chat earlier. Again, a healer player that likes to play his Hanzo, very much loves to get that Hanzo in. And I'm noticing that he's with Final Stand, who's also a healer player. So I can't help but wonder if we'll see the Vivanchi Hanzo come out right now. Both of these teams, some good players, and also some players that I haven't seen a lot from at the moment. So I want to see how this goes. I know AoE Rules loves his Valla. Val carried you all about their Valera, I gotta say. And I'm hoping to see actually a little bit of a mix-up from Val.